Hi everyone, it's Rue from the King's Roost, and today I'm going to show you how to grow your own sprouts. Sprouted seeds, grains, legumes, and beans are some of the most nutrient-packed health food on the planet. They're raw, they're alive, they're organic, they're completely unprocessed, and totally delicious. Different sprouts have different nutritional profiles, but most sprouts are loaded with vitamins A, B, C, E, calcium, and magnesium, just to name a few. In addition, they also contain micronutrients and trace elements and minerals that the body needs. Now, on top of the nutritional benefits, it's also a lot cheaper to grow your own sprouts versus buying them in the store. Today I stopped by the store to see how much sprouts cost, and they were running around $2 per ounce, which makes it almost 20 times cheaper to grow your own sprouts than it is to buy them. Sprouting only takes a few seconds of your time 2 or 3 times a day. So in terms of the effort that you put in, you'll find it's one of the most rewarding and satisfying of the DIY projects. Now there are lots and lots of different things that you can sprout, but today I'm going to be sprouting this 5-part salad mix that contains alfalfa, radish, mung beans, lentils, and broccoli. And over here I'm going to show you how to sprout hard red wheat berries into wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is pretty popular and we like to put it in our smoothies. Now, while I was at the store looking at prices for sprouts, I noticed that they had wheatgrass for sale, and this 3x3 tray of wheatgrass was on sale for $2, which, depending on your wheat berry cost, works out to be anywhere from 50 to 100 times more expensive than sprouting it yourself. Now, there are lots of different trays or ways to sprout. I'm going to show you how to sprout in this tray system. I love this design because it has a bottom drainage to let all the excess water escape, preventing mold and puddling. It also stacks to save space and has a built-in cover which serves as both a soaking bin and a lid to keep the sprouts in the dark as they germinate. And the cool thing about these is that they stack in almost unlimited quantities. You can grow as many trays as you want in the same amount of space. The first thing you need to do is soak the seeds. Hard red wheat needs between 10 and 12 hours of soaking, and the seed mix that we're using needs between 6 and 8 hours of soaking initially in cold water. Now when seeds are dry, they're in a dormant state. They're hibernating, waiting for just the right conditions to come along. And submerging them in cold water wakes them up. It functions as their alarm clock, and who wouldn't wake up being submerged in cold water? I'm going to start by turning over one of these covers and placing the seed sprouting tray inside of it. I'm going to use 1.5 tablespoons of the 5-part salad mix, put it into the tray, and then I'm going to put in cold filtered water and rinse them all in and get them all completely submerged in water. You're going to get some floating seeds, so you can use a wooden spoon to stir it up and get them all to sink. Once they're all underwater, cover it up with the other lid and set it aside for 6 to 8 hours in a dark spot. Next, we're going to do the wheat berries. I'm going to put in half a cup of wheat berries in the same situation, fill it up with the filtered water, just stir them down with a wooden spoon until they're all underwater, and then set that aside and cover it with one of the tray covers. Wheat berries take a bit longer, 10 to 12 hours. Okay, so it's been about 8 hours, and it's time to rinse the salad mix using pure water and the drainage tray in the sprout garden. Let the water run over them and spread them out and rinse them really, really well. And then once you've done that, you're going to shake all the excess water out. You don't want mold growing on these guys. It should be moist, but not dripping wet. Really, really shake it off well. Now, use one of the covers as a base. You're going to set the seeds right on top there and put it back at a warm spot. Now, you're not going to put it in a closet or a closed cabinet or anything like that. Air circulation is important. You want lots of good fresh air for your seeds. Okay, so it's been a few more hours, and now I'm going to repeat that process with the wheat berries. Rinse them off, spread them out, drain them, and shake them all out. Cover it, and let it sit. Over the next couple of days, you're going to be rinsing and draining your seeds about 2 to 3 times a day. Now, here are a couple of tips. When you rinse them off, use cold water and use a decent amount of water pressure. Not so much that you spill any seeds out, but you are not only cleaning off the seeds, but you're also oxygenating them as well. And here's an interesting fun fact. When seeds are sprouting, they're actually generating some of their own heat as well. Now, when you rinse them off, you need to shake all the excess water off. It's really important not to have any puddled water. You don't want any mold growth or anything like that. So really shake it well and get all of that excess water completely off. Now you can begin your daily routine, rinsing morning and night. Now, if you're around midday and can do an extra rinse midday, that's always a great thing. After just a day or so, you'll start to see little sprout buds forming on the seeds. It's working! Your seeds are germinating! You'll see lots of progress each time you check back. That's what's so rewarding about growing sprouts. It happens fast, and I never cease to be amazed by all the growth that happens so quickly. It's like magic. By day 3, you'll have little wiggly sprouts. Look at that. By day 4, they're starting to look pretty great. By day 5, you can see they're getting big and bushy. But because we've been keeping them covered and in the dark, they haven't yet developed their chlorophyll, so they're going to be a little more yellow than you might expect. So the last stage will be to rinse them again, and then let them sit out in a sunny window to get some daylight, and that will develop a nice, rich green color. At this stage, you can mist them lightly with water once or twice a day, again, making sure not to overwater them. You don't want to get any mold growth on them. And make sure they always have lots of good drainage as well. Look at this, beautiful and green, packed with nutrition. You can see all the roots here on the bottom. Even some little leaves are starting to form on some of them. If you're not going to eat them all at once and you want to store them, this may be a good time to then put them in the fridge. I like to use this glass container. I line it with a paper towel on the bottom and seal it and put it in the fridge. They will eventually dry out, so I give them a light mist, not too much, but I give them a light mist every day or two, maybe even twice a day, to keep them fresh. The wheatgrass takes a little bit longer. It's now day 7, and you can see that it's gotten nice and tall and has a nice deep green color. When you're ready to use some, you just snip some off with a pair of scissors like this, and you can use it right in a smoothie or a shake. You can juice it, you can put it in a sandwich or on top of a salad, or even eat it straight. Pets also love wheatgrass. We've given it to our dogs, our chickens love it, and even we've given it to our fish once in a while. So as you can see, sprouting is super, super easy. It's incredibly cost effective, and it's a fun and easy way to add some delicious, healthy greens to your diet.